Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Alright, just thought I'd go live and see if you guys have any questions, if you want to have a chat about anything. I'm going to be live for a little while, covering any topics you want to talk about. So, no topic in particular today. We can talk about lots of things. I've been looking at lots of super sport bikes today, so if you've got a question about super sports bikes, yeah, you can ask me anything about that. If you can, I don't know, if you've got a super sport and want to share what wisdom you've got to impart. Anything at all you want to discuss? I'll just wait to see if anyone comes on. What I'll do is at the end of the video, I will put some time tags in, okay, the things that were a bit more interesting. So there'll be, the bar down the bottom where you can fast forward the video. I'll put in the parts that were a bit more interesting, okay? So you can have a bit of a look there. Alrighty. Let's see what the stream looks like on YouTube. Have a bit of a look, hey? Alright. Let's make it a little bit small so you can see everything. Alright, YouTube. Let's go to my channel. How do I go to my channel? No, where's my channel? Your channel, here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's come up pretty good. All working well. Got a few comments about the RAV4 recently. A lot of people are saying they're really hard to get at the moment, so people have been wanting to buy the RAV, and why wouldn't you? But yeah, apparently stock levels are really, really low at the moment, so it's kind of hard to get one. You have to wait quite a while to get one. So yeah, as with all things that are quite nice, you do have to wait sometimes. I took the Versys out for a spin on Thursday night. It was very nice, very, very nice. Very underpowered, of course, compared to the bikes I was riding with. There was a couple of later bikes. There was a couple of 900s, and then there was me on the Versys. But I had fun watching all of them do their silly things that they do from time to time. Oh, we have one person on. Who could that be? Say hi in the chat window, everyone, just so I know who you are. If you got any questions, just type them into the chat and then we can go from there. But a couple of to look at my videos. So a couple of videos that have been a bit more popular recently, and the issue with my i30 is definitely been something that people have been looking at, the video. It is, so what, about a week ago I posted my last video about the Hyundai, the wireless Apple CarPlay not working, and yeah, nothing's happened. Of course, why would it happen? We're just waiting for this this update. Oh, I got my first question. Hello, Jordan's Car Reviews. So I live in the state of Queensland, and I live in Burpengary. So yeah, just north of Brisbane. Whereabouts are you? Awesome little place actually, because like I said in my Jigsaw video, like I've got the Great Dividing Range is just over there. Took my Triton for a spin yesterday, and I think it took me about half an hour to get up to the Dividing Range and hit some dirt tracks. So it was, yeah, awesome positioning, and you know, within sort of 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 40 minutes, I can, yeah, about 40 minutes I can be at Caloundra with its beautiful beaches that I love. I can go down to the seaside at Redcliffe. Within a couple of minutes. And yeah, Brisbane is yeah, quick sort of half an hour, 40 minutes to the centre of Brisbane. So yeah. Hello, Nebula. Thank you very much. Yeah, recent subscriber, GSXF. Oh yeah, yes. Oh geez, it's been a little while now. GSXF videos, where are they? You know what? I really did like that bike. I know a lot of people. I copped a bit of criticism because I kind of like sat on the fence a bit about that bike, and I was comparing it to a Super Sport, and a lot of people didn't hear what I said about that, which was, I know it's not a Super Sport, but a lot of videos were saying that it is a sporty bike. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, Nebula. Should check out some of these channels, hey? Let me know if you want me to check out your channel. I can put it up. We can have a bit of a squeeze. There it is. There you go. About a year ago now. Wow. Wow, it's been a year already. It has too. So I sold the Jigsaw, sorry, the GSX-F, and then I had the SV650 for a while. Yeah, and then a couple of videos with the exhaust and stuff, and then yes, then I bought the Harley. And I bought the Harley, yeah, it was just over a year ago now, I think, a year and a bit. And thank you for the encouragement. Finding it really hard to get motivated to just do all the videos that I've got in my head. That's why I'm just putting up the dodgy stuff. That whatever I can just, yeah, day job, going to the gym, got lots of things on, lots of events on, so yeah. Yeah, so I had the SV650, the Versys since then, that's been it. The Jigsaw, of course, sold the Jigsaw. And then now I'm back on the Versys and the Harley, but I'm in the process of selling the Harley. Don't tell anyone. Shh. But yeah, it's time for something a little bit different. Yeah, so just riding my Versys around now and again, and yeah, loving life. This is my current thing that I'm working on. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Turn that down. So yeah, this is the video that I've been just put up 2 days ago. I try to be a little bit cryptic at the start. But yeah, look, I've been thinking about doing the Triton for a while, so it came time to do the forward drive thing. So this is like a reveal. Yep, so there it is. Now it was very, very cheap, and the body is very, very rough. There's a lot of bubbles and cracks, and like not cracks, but cracks in the paint. And yes, there's going to be many, many items from eBay and from AliExpress and maybe Wish. Okay, what's my thoughts on the V-Stars? Oh yeah? Okay, great, good question. Let's just turn this off for a sec. So the V-Stars, are we talking about, well, you've got a big range of them, haven't you? So it comes from the 250s all the way up to the 1100. So V-Star 250, 650, 1100. See if I can get a picture of all three of them. So here the V-Star 250 is very, very popular. They, whereabouts are you from, Nebula? The V-Stars, so you probably know that before they switched over to V-Stars, there were the Viragos, and in Australia there was a whole bunch of almost everyone started on those little 250s, because that was one of only not too many like low seat height starter bikes. Yeah, the 1100, yep, nice. Anyway, and then what was it? Sort of in the early 2000s, I think, Yamaha bought out the V-Stars, and yeah, the 1100 is very nice. I was going to buy one before I bought the M50 Boulevard. Oh, in America, yeah. Yeah, you got the L200 there, haven't you, Nebula? I think they market the Tritons as the L200, but yeah, I think that's going to be a hard market for Mitsubishi to you know, sell those trucks, because the Mitsubishi, the Triton's very skinny. Like it's a truck, but it's not like it's not like the F series. It's not like a huge big truck. It's not a Ram. It's just this tiny little pickup thing. So, but yeah, I don't know why they don't really do that over there. All right, let's look at these. So the one that I was looking at was the V-Star 1100. Was it the custom? I can't remember. Mate, in a nutshell, you can't go wrong with the Yamaha, can you? Yamaha cruisers are amazing. The I think is it the Warrior? The V-Star Warriors, yeah, now there it's a bike right there. 1700cc. So if you're just looking for an everyday awesome little run around, cool little boulevard bike, the 1100's great. But yeah, if you've got a little bit of extra money, going up to the Warrior would be sweet. But look, Yamaha are known for their cruisers now. I think there's a whole bunch of them. Let's have a quick look at what you can buy in Australia. Yamaha. Yeah, there you go. There's a little 250 I was talking about. Motorcycle. Where are we? Where's the cruisers? Trail, dual sport, super sport, naked, sport, touring, sport, scooter. Where's the cruisers? Okay, let's just do another Yamaha Australia. Here we go. Product range. Road. You guys hear me okay? Let me just put this in the corner down here a little bit. A bit bigger. Here we go. Road. R1. MT10. Oh, MT10. I've got a video coming about an MT10. That was... Whew. Okay, it's not what I want. Where are the cruisers? Don't they sell cruisers anymore? Surely. Surely. Wow, well that comes as news to me. If they don't sell anymore. They don't sell cruisers anymore. Road. I haven't really been in the market, so I can't really comment, but here we go. Why was that hiding? It seemed to be hiding that bit. Where is this? That's because there's none there. Oh. Oh. Okay. Weird. No cruisers in Australia. How could that be? No, the Bolt. You can still buy a Bolt, surely. Okay, it could be that Yamaha is really low on stock in these bikes and they don't want to they don't want to field any questions about bikes, maybe? About cruisers? I don't know. Discover what? News and events. Now I'm intrigued. I mean, surely if Yamaha stopped bringing in the Virago, for example, that would be shooting themselves in the foot. So why can't I get to that bike? Why can't I get to? It's one of the I think most highly sold motorbikes in the world. That V-Star Virago, Super Sport, Torque, Sports Heritage, Sports Touring. There's no side button. Let's go to, let me just check something else. So use motorbikes. Oh really? Discontinued. Yeah, it looks like, hey. It's just like, it sounds like Yamaha just got out of all cruisers. Let me have a quick look at this. So let's go with, this is bikesales.com, which is Australia's premium motorcycle selling marketplace. Pretty much if there's a bike for sale, it's going to be on here. If it's not a marketplace on Facebook, it's going to be on here. Okay, let's have a quick look at the bike type. Road, cruiser. Ooh, there's only 217. And then let's just see if there's any new ones. Brand new bikes in stock. 2020 Virago 250. 2020. There you go, a Bolt. Yes, it's here on the website, but it's not on Yamaha's own website. The Bolt. And then, is that it? The Viragos and Bolts. That's it. OMG! What are you doing, Yamaha? What are they doing? Are they like, especially when Harley is kind of struggling a little bit. What? Oh, that's weird. Why would they discontinue cruisers when Harley is, you know, like the market's kind of rejecting a lot of Harley at the moment. Why would they not take advantage of that? Well, I've got a conspiracy theory in mind. Maybe Yamaha is doing Harley a bit of a favor and letting them survive. I don't know. Weird. That is weird. Okay, let me have a quick look at what go away and go away and let's go by price. And we want bike type road and we want cruiser. Most expensive cruiser is Virago 1100 Cafe Racer one. Cool. XVZ, the Royal Stars, yes, nice. There's a video on YouTube that you should check out if you're definitely into the 1100s. It's a very thorough video. Up here, let's have a look. XVS 1100. It is No. Oh, he's a fellow Australian YouTuber doing his thing in Tasmania. It's not the one. Where is it? So this video kind of cemented this one here from Nick Murray. This one sort of cemented my thoughts about this bike. He just goes through and talks about it. The one thing about 1100s I will say is that if you're still there, Nebula, is the power. I mean, they're going to be bulletproof. I think they're set up to be bulletproof, but the power that you're going to get out of that 1100 is going to be very minimal. It's not a sports cruiser, if you know what I mean. Look at that, it's got sharp drive. It's nice. Looks like it would be a really good pillion bike. Yeah, let's see if we can just sort of have a bit of a listen. What has he got to say?
But yeah, I guess it's part of the custom bike lifestyle. Up around the front, you've just got a single headlight, and here on the tank, you've got a speedometer that's got a top speed of 120. I think this bike's top speed is probably around 110 miles an hour or 170 kilometers an hour, so not that fast for a big bike, but as we'll see, it's got the power is down low, not up high. All right, so I think that's about it.
You can't fault. Oh, that's loud. Yeah, you can't fault the look of the bike, that's for sure. Beautiful cruiser. Like I said, I was thinking about those when I ended up buying the M50 Boulevard, a Suzuki Boulevard. Okay, I want to show you something. So when I had the Boulevard, it had two screens. So it had a screen up here on the top, like a nice sort of wide around screen, and then it had one on the dash. And I found that looking down onto the dash, on the tank. So looking down onto the tank for information was really like my vision of the road. I had to really look down to get to the tank, so I kind of felt a little bit unsafe on my Boulevard when I was checking whether the indicator was on and things like that. Move the air filters. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was something that. Yeah, but in terms of looking of how awesome it looks. Where's a good video? Where's it? Like it's got that kind of Terminator, you know. Was it a Fat Boy? Yeah, it's got that it's got that same sort of look, hey, like it's chunky, it's cool. People having to move their air filters. Okay. Let's have a look. Air filter conversion. Yeah, here it is here. ViragoHelp.com. Relocation kit. What for? Is it taking in hot air, is it? Or something like that? I wonder if... I wonder if it's... Oh, so oil filter. Oopsie, I should read more carefully, shouldn't I? Let's see, 1100. Oil filter. Some people are. Replacement, relocation. Relocation. I wonder what's going on there. Oh, okay. Ah, gotcha. Yes, I've had a bike with that before, where the when you go to take it out, let's have a look at this. You go to take the oil filter off, and yeah, the I think it was on the Blackbird, actually, on the CBR 1100XX. The oil filter sort of some of the filters, you could buy a whole bunch of different filters, but one of the filter types sort of clunked up against the what are they doing? Against the exhaust, and it's a 4-cylinder, so all those exhaust at the front there. It's still able to get it out. You have to kind of twist it a little bit. Let's see what this guy says here. Oh yeah, interesting. Oops. What to say? It says simplifies your oil routine changes when the need to remove your exhaust system. Wow, so you have to actually remove the exhaust to get to this one. Whoa, that would be annoying. Seemed iffy because people would do it wrong and cause oils. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so a bit of a design flaw. What is Yamaha doing? How is it possible? Why? Hang on, let's have a look. Ah, so the exhaust must have come around the side. Let's have a look. Oh, and the footboard. Oh, no. No, just for an oil change. Yeah. Yeah, man. I guess you just have to maintain that that new joint, the two tubes going in. Hi, Terry. Tony, it is, not Terry. You're back. How you going? I just saw you there. Yeah, we're just having latest 1100. Apparently it needs a oil filter relocation kit. Ah. What is it doing? What's she doing with water? I kind of want to hear what he's doing. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Can you hear it?
Here's the package of parts and instructions that also arrived with this unit. I'm going to pull back the protective plastic to expose the working area on this part. Put a small amount of fresh motor oil in a container. I'm going to put the motor oil on this black O-ring. I want to get this bracket on around the frame, connected to the whole unit, but I want it loosely fitted. I'm not trying to tighten anything down. I just want the two screws back in.
There are two things you've got to keep in mind with bikes in terms of doing maintenance work. And the first, and they're both related to the exhaust, is if the exhaust sometimes wraps around in certain ways, like I suppose on this V-Star over here, yeah, that's going to be in the way. But shouldn't, from a factory, it shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, the other one is if the exhaust keeps continuing through, it becomes really hard to do a tire change. Yeah. So because I think it's on the bigger boulevards, 1700, is it 1700 boulevards? Yeah, the big boulevards, the exhaust is in the way of pulling out the axle. So to replace a tire, you have to take off the exhaust just to get to the tire. So, you know, mechanics, I don't know, they might charge a little extra for that. I mean, it's just a bit of an inconvenience. Yeah, it does seem a bit weird that, I mean, how good is Yamaha in terms of their engineering? What would, yeah, bizarre. Apart from that, okay, I think it should be a good bike. Definitely looks great. Is it the same engine as the VMAX? I have no idea. Let's find out. Definitely a V-twin. VMAX seems to have a V4. Yeah, that'll be different. I suppose Nebula, you got to be careful because you don't want oil dripping in front, like, you know, in front of the tire. So that's going to be a little bit could potentially be dangerous because the if you're taking a corner, you know, it might fling off to the side, and then, especially turning to the right, the oil might flick underneath the tire, and then it'll slip out, you know, low side it. So you just got to make sure you're keeping up maintenance, checking it, tightening it if it needs. I did not know that the V-Star is a V4. Yeah, it's a V4. 197 horsepower. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's huge. Okay, I'll share with you guys something I've found that I really like, because no questions are coming. So I've been looking at my next bike, and I know I've talked about the Ninja 1000. I have found an alternative, which is, where am I going? S1000RR. And I'm in Queensland. Oh, definitely. It just comes down to how I'm going to change the Harley over. So if I can get the right amount of money for my Harley, then I'll shell out that little bit extra and get that. But if the numbers come back a little bit low, I might just go one of these. Have a look at this one. So a brand new S1000RR is 25,000 base model, but I found this one here. Look at this one. So this is Series 2. It's got the flip over lights. You can tell Series 2 because they swapped over the front of the bike. Oh, there you go. See here, the pointy one is on the right hand side, so you can tell it's a new one. And they made some design upgrades on this, and one of the big ones is, look at that baby, cruise control. Yeah, R6s are good. I think they're going to go up in price soon with the they stopped making them and they've switched over to those R7s, which have a different engine layout. So if you want a parallel 4, the R6s are going to start going up. There's no doubt they're going to increase in price. People are going to want those super sports. Yeah, don't they? I love the look of this. I know it's not everyone's taste because of the headlights, but how good are those fins, and the tail end is nice and pointy. See a beautiful integrated light. It's, whew. Yeah, look at that. It just looks neat, sort of pointy. Oh, really? R3 inline 4. Are we going to get those huge revs? Those huge RPMs? So with a bit of luck, I could maybe get this bike with a small turnover, like a trade in mind with like a little bit of a sweetener deal, and then there goes the Harley, and then I'm back on something a bit more sportier. That's so good. I wish it was a different color, but whatever. Ooh, get through all that. I don't mind this. And I think you can change these colors quite easily. Let's have a look at that as well. Yeah, there's talk about Honda bringing out the it's already in some markets, the CBR 250 RR. So the MC19, MC22, the screaming 4-cylinder little beasts. So yeah, it's gonna come. They're gonna start bringing it out. People love them. Yeah, I've sort of switched between Nebula. I've switched between cruisers and sports bikes. So I've actually started on a Monster, which is a naked, but then I really wanted to try cruisers, and I ended up buying a little Hyosung GV250 Aquila, and oh man, that bike, like it struggled to do 100 on the highway. It was just, it was so underpowered and had this flat spot around 3,000, 4,000 RPM. It was just horrendous. And anyway, but look, carving through the mountains on it was great, touching peaks. Yeah, and then I've had that Boulevard, but in between I've had Blackbirds, and I don't know, I like all sorts of motorbikes. I'm not really leaning towards one or the other, except I now kind of think I'm really enjoying sports bikes at the moment. All my mates have sports bikes, and we get to go into the mountains a little bit more. So yeah, it's the South Korean one. It's the Hyundai, not even the Hyundai. It's the Kia of motorbikes, but not Kia back in the old days when they weren't very good. Yeah, that was Hyosung. So I think I paid like $1,500 for it. It was so cheap for a reason. I've got a video up here somewhere when I changed the stator on it, because it always has electrical problems, Hyosungs. They're still making them. They're called, they've just got a different brand name now, but yeah, they came with a lot of publicity early on and how good they were, but then they the stators and rec regs just kept blowing stators and rec regs, so they've got a really bad name. But apart from that, they were an awesome bike. I own 3 of them at the one time. Don't hold that against me. But yeah, because it was so cheap. Like the GT250 R was probably the best 250 you could buy at the time, because all they did was they had a 650 size frame and chassis, so the 650 frame and fairings, and then they just popped out the 650, engine, and they popped it on 250. It was a slightly different. Instead of having two twin spars coming off on the frame, it had one thicker piece because it didn't need to have the extra strength. And but it was a full-size bike. It was the same size as a 650. So if you were after a 250 that looked like a bigger sports bike, then yeah, that was it. Yeah, I liked it. It was really, really good. But as per usual, 250 underpowered. Yeah, it was a tiny bike. They're selling them at the dealers for like 3K now. Yeah, they've upped the price. Here in Australia, the same thing happened. Like the prices have just gone through the roof. Even on AliExpress, sorry, on Facebook. Even on Facebook, you can. Let's have a look here. Hayo-san. On Marketplace, you can see them like $4.5 grand for a 250. Yeah, nah. That will never. This bike here, this first one, that will never ever sell. Okay, that's more like it. So in 2010, they started having fuel injection. They look really great. Like this is the one like I had. That's identical to one I had. Like how good does that look for a 250? And keep in mind it's 1,500 Australian, so that's like under $1,000 US. And this is a 2012. So it's got fuel injection. This one's got new tires as well. Oh, that's a bargain. Oh, should I? Should I? Yeah, probably no. Yep. Yeah, they were carbine, and the carbines weren't too bad, except they were known to clog up the floats. I think there were some problems with the carbies on them a little bit. It was all Suzuki SV650 sort of tech that they converted to this cheaper version for Hayo-san, and they had some problems with the Hayo-san. One of the things was that 2004 model Aquila, the one that I had, and it was basically that model that year. They had a problem with the CDI where there's just this flat spot in the way that the electronics was working, and really noticeable. And the bad part about it is it was in that usable range where you would typically have the bike in that sort of 3,000 spot, and then you just on the throttle and just would just die, and then it would pick back up. And but then they fixed that in 2006, I think 2005, 2006. They fixed it. They ran with carbies until 2010, and then the fuel injector models, were fine. So this one here, this red one that you're looking at here, this one was I don't have any videos of that somewhere, but yeah, look, this red one that I had, this 250, it had no problems at all until the reg stopped. I mean, that's a $30 part that needed replacing, and because of that $30 part, Hayo-san got a really bad name because they were just blowing regs. But yeah, look, I mean, if you speak to anyone who started on there, a lot of people start on Hayos, there's hardly any problems with them except for the electronics. Yeah, it's the one there. Look at the prices, but now like 3.5. Oh no, it's a Ninja. Where's another Hayo? There you go, four grand for a 2013. The problem is it's a V-twin, and it's a V-twin and does not produce a lot of power. It's not bad. Like obviously it's a open bike here in Australia, but it's just doesn't quite have the power. Let's have a look at. Let's visit my favorite website for specs, if I can find them. It's the one from South Africa. It might not even be on here. There it is, motorcycle specs. We want the GT650. Up the Comet, the R 2000 and this one. Let's look at this one, for example. Here it is. So how awesome does it look? Like, and what they did is they basically just improved that design. They changed some of the fairings at the front, nice and pointy rear end. They fixed up the grab rails to look really good. And then 80 horsepower. Yeah, I thought so too. Hey, I thought that they were going to be a company that'll keep growing and improving their products. And I think they're called S&T Motors now or something like that. And they haven't really done anything. They certainly haven't been here in Australia. So I don't know what it'll like in other markets. But yeah, look, 80 horsepower. It's, yeah, not too bad. Let's look at the weight. Wet weight's 210. So it's not a light bike. And then 80 horsepower. 68 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, it's not a lot. Okay, so it's not a sports bike. It looks sporty. It's okay power, but it's not going to be like a CBR 600RR or anything like that. Yeah, it's got the V-twin engine straight from the SV, pretty much. Only some slight changes. Okay, what else we got here? Different to see. Have you ever been to? Okay, we'll carve you up. Have you been into quads or anything? No, I would like to. I would like to get into quad bikes. I don't have like any friends or family that own land really close by here, so I last time I was on a quad. Actually, hang on a second. My brother-in-law and my sister and my brother-in-law, they have a quad bike, but we don't visit often enough for me to sort of go, oh, well, I might just get one myself and, you know, we can go together, go exploring together. That's why I got the Triton, sort of do more off-road stuff. But how awesome are they? Like, I love riding on them. They're so cool. Very dangerous. Quad bikes. Driven by YFZ450 Polaris Sportsman. Oh yeah, nice. Let's check out those. YFZ 450. Okay, for a quad. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's a brand new one. Oh my goodness. Whew. That looks like a weapon. Yeah, so that's not the quads that I've ridden on. That's the quads I've ridden on are the farm ones, you know, with the racks on the front and they're nice and square. Like, that looks awesome, but see, but this is the problem for me. Like, where can I ride it? I don't have anywhere to ride it, so yeah. One day maybe if I get a bit more land, or if we do end up buying a bush block or something, you know, I need a trailer to take it places as well. We don't have space for that at the moment, but that looks awesome. What year is yours, Nebula? Polaris. Oh, you're a Polaris Sportsman. Hang on. Oh, that's the one you want. Okay. I should really read. Hey, carefully. Polaris Sportsman. Polaris Sportsman. Yeah, this is more the quads that I know and love. Looks a bit like Wally, this one. Wally. Cool, but very utilitarian. Yeah, that's nice. Where do you ride it? Do you have a place to ride? 2009 XP 550. 2009 XP 550. Oh yeah? Nice. I do not know anything of this world. The problem for me is, like, I live in suburbia, so I can't just, like, I could do a little bit on the road to get to a few tracks, but too far away to get to do it, and then people will be complaining about the noise. That's because they're reliable, they go anywhere you want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I bet you do. Where do you get to take it? Like, do you have land around your place where you can sort of go for a fang on it, or do you have a property? That's one kind of reason why I did buy the Versys. Is like, if you've seen my Versys stuff, yeah, is to start going on dirt roads and stuff, and do a bit more trails and things like that. And yeah, I can imagine having a quad on on places like that. That would be awesome. Probably feel a bit safer than I do on the bike too. What the hell are these? Okay, cool. Florida. Mining spots and all that. Ah, cool. Yeah, see, the police in Australia here don't really like for like quad bikes too much. They neither do I suppose all the property owners, because a lot of farming land around here, so not much free space, and then where there is free space, it tends to be protected forest. Snorkels. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay. So like, what the hell are these sticking out? Just okay, snorkels, right? Just think they're quads. Oh, okay, nice. Well, my Triton's got a snorkel. It's not hooked up properly though. It has a bypass that's not installed. I want to see another angle of the snorkels. Let's look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, this one. Okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting. It's like a tank. Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. No, that's awesome. It's good when the cops are cool. The added problem here in Australia, I don't want to be do a down or bring everyone down or anything, but the added problem here in Australia is that we have a lot of cheap Chinese smaller quads for kids that almost every farmer has bought for their kid, because they're like a $600-700, and we've had a few deaths where the kids have rolled their quads or ran into a tree or whatever, because they're not very obviously when you're going really quickly and you sort of got to turn all that. The way they're designed, they're not designed very well. They're not the width isn't very wide, and they just tip over, and they've landed on kids, and there's been a few deaths. So I used to teach out in the bush, and we had a police sergeant come and visit us and speak to the kids about just that specific thing about safety for quad bike use for kids. And he said, "Oh, who's got quads?" And every single kid put their hand up. And then he was telling us all about that last week he had to go and there was one of the kids was chopped out of their property by helicopter, obviously, but to the hospital and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's a sort of an added little problem here in Australia. Those snorkels are weird. Look at this one. How are you going to see out of there? How are you going to see? What the hell? They look like PVC pipes too. There's another one. Ah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you got to treat it with respect. Just like a sports bike, hey, you got to treat these toys with respect, otherwise they're gonna bite. Oh, there's a muddy one. Oh, those chunky tires. I'm looking at some chunkier tires for my Triton, because I've only got these road tires, and how good would it look with some chunky tires? There you go. Oh, it'd be nice to have. Massive radiators. Okay. It's growing on me the more I see it. Explain this one though. Like, where was it? Where was it? Up here. This one. What the hell is this? What the hell is that? I suppose if you're taller, you can just see over the top of them, maybe. Weird. Oh, I like that. That looks kind of cool too. Well, you're a lucky man, Nebula. Oh yeah, like this sort of stuff. Oh, chunky. Makes sense, hey, nice and high, away from all the dirt and stuff. Uh-huh, cool. I'd like to keep it running. Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine I'll ever take my Triton into that deep where the snorkel is required, because it's not a very, I don't know how reliable it is yet, so I don't want to tempt fate. Yeah, cool. There you go. Lamborghini. Lamborghini. Thank you. Oh, check out that thing in the background. Roll cage. See, that would be handy. A roll cage would be good. And it looks like a two-seater. What is that? Sugar sand. What's sugar sand? Sugar sand. We're learning a lot here on Brum Brum Zoom today. Organic salt debris that settles to the bottom of a container of maple sap. What the? Okay, local name for a type of fine sandy soil found in, I'm assuming you're talking about this one, RZR. I'll look at that in a minute. She's a type of soil component of traditional baseball rubbing mud. Eroded. Oh, okay, is it kind of like fine soil? So that kind of sounds like that it would be hard to ride in because it's probably wash out a fair bit. Turn that down. Kansas counties. Okay, let's type in sugar sand and motorcycles. Riding in sugar sand. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, it looks like a little washout. Oh, yuck. It is very fine. Hey, we just... Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. So I took the Versys on the beach. That was interesting enough. Yeah, got to treat that with respect as well, hey. This stuff is the devil. Okay. Oh. You have to be aggressive. Yes, you definitely have to be aggressive riding through sand. And it's counterintuitive, and you have to let the bike do its thing sometimes. And it's a weird type of riding. I did not enjoy myself on the beach. Yes, you got the right tires. Lots of chunky tires. So I've got like a 70-30 tire on mine. and Midas E09s, and it pushes. Okay, but that verse is not for that sort of riding. Just all the power is at the top end of the rev range. So I mean, it was fun, but it's not the bike for it. Yeah, power bands are not good in the sand. Oh, okay. I suppose it would just spin up, would it? It'd probably just spin up with a power band. Are you talking about 2 strokes, yeah? Yeah, 2-stroke power bands. Yeah, man, nah. That wouldn't work. Oh, another picture. Oh. Oh, that looks so soft and fine. Yeah, that's yeah, it looks like they're pretty chunky tires on there. Yeah, a little bit more compacted. Sugar sand. Okay, what did you say that model was? RZR. RZR quad. Very nice. How much are these things? Let's have a look. RZR. Ooh. Let's look at the extreme performance. Geez, it looks like fun. And with a roll cage, it's just getting him to the places. That's the thing in the trailer, hey. This one, that one looks good. Alright, how much is it? How much is it? Build. Choose trim. Cheap. A lot of money. Yeah, no doubt. Oh man, that. Whoa. Yes. Oh, I can just imagine. I don't know, like even just like for like a camping trip. You know, you get enough space in the back there to shove a tent and a bit of food and whatever. Just go fanging. Oh man. Protection. Roofs. Let's just see how much it costs without anything. Next. Finish. No, don't make me do this crap. They're gonna call me the Mower Superstore. 20 or something grand US. Okay. Oh no. Maybe on Facebook you can buy one on Marketplace. 20 grand US, so that makes it like sort of around 30 Australian at least, 30, 32. ZR. Let's see what it comes up. Oh. Okay. Polaris Ranger. 13 grand. See, Gympie, like, alright, so if you live in Gympie, you're already just a little bit further out, so it's a little bit up in North Queensland a bit more. Another 150 k's from here, going north, and you've got lots of open space. There'll be lots of bush tracks, forestry tracks. Yeah. No, that's kind of not what I had in mind. It's a farm machine, that one. I'll stick with quads. Yeah. Are they like a different classification, these RZRs? Are they like adventure quads or something, or? Look at all these toys. What's this? It's a great photo of nothing. Oh, wow. Okay. Side by side. Okay. See, this is like the one my brother-in-law has. This sort of thing. It's a big rack on the front, big rack at the back, tow bar at the back. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go. Thanks for the chat, Nebula. It's always fun to learn new things and see what people are into. Yeah. So look, if anyone watches this retrospectively, well, it's been an hour, far out. Yeah. Look, like I said again, I'll put the timestamps in down below. Yeah. See you, dude. I'll put the timestamps below, and yeah, if you're interested in any more, like if you're interested in these, just pop a comment underneath. If you missed this one and like me to put another one, you might. Okay, we've had how many viewers? Not many. I think 4 or 5 of you came and watched, which is awesome. That's cool. Yeah, might try to make it more regular, but yeah, of course, life gets in the way. Lots of other things.